Let's go! We're back with another trip planned. Currently we're on 201 heading up north to northern Maine, to Jackman, Maine, to do the Moose River on the bow trip. And this is not a backpacking trip, this is a canoe trip. So we're super excited about this one because it's gonna be so different than anything we've ever done. And we stayed the night with Doug and Anna and the girls, and we'll head back. This is their canoe. So, and then we'll head back on Sunday. So today is Friday. It's a 3-day trip, 2 nights. And, oh, it's gonna be so much fun. So much fun. So we've been paddling now for 15 minutes. We've gone, I don't know, a quarter of a mile. It's really hard. We're going straight into the wind, and we will be for the whole like 6 miles of this lake. So we're gonna hug the coastline, and it's gonna be a workout, but it's already absolutely gorgeous. We're in the middle of nowhere. We saw a moose. That we did. It was awesome. What's one thing we can do tonight?
Maybe some shoulder massages.
Shoulder massages. Look at that line of bubbles.
Oh wow. I think that's from a boat.
From a boat?
Motorboat.
Well, there's our boat. Thank you, Uncle Doug. With our packs and food, and it's not light, but it is going to do the trick. Old Town Canoe, oh yeah.
Weight's still on my waist.
Oh. Portaging is hard. We just went, I don't know, 200 feet. Only a mile more to go. Oh man, I tell you, this portage is brutal. I thought, you know, it'll be hard, but I can do it. I'm probably a third of the way done, and my back is killing me, and my shoulders are killing me, and possibly the heaviest, like the heaviest and the furthest I've carried anything. It's brutal. I had to get my feet wet, but I'm gonna try and hook the canoe into this life jacket and use it as a harness. So we'll see how that goes. So I now have the bags, which are not as heavy and feel better on your shoulders. So I'm going up ahead. We'll drop them off and go back and help Rachel. Okay? Because that's hard. Running on the portage of hell, the portage of hell, the portage of hell. Running back to my sister on the portage of hell. Oh, we gotta go get the canoe. That's nasty. But we found the train tracks. It's from the right spot. We've just carried this thing 1.25 miles, and it felt like 10.
Like the longest day we've ever done.
And there's the lake where we're putting it. Boop, boop. So close. 30 more feet.
We got it.
We're doing it. We did it. You feel this kind of triumph after you scale a mountain or, you know, finish a race or throw a shot put, I guess. But that was intense. I'm very proud of us at the moment. And now we're gonna have some lunch. Woo! Let's do it.
Well, all you city people probably wonder what we eat out here. Raw meat.
You can't do it. Come on, bite that salami. Now growl at the camera. That's the Slim Jim. So this is the campsite we settled on for the first night. There's one on that sand over there, but we like this one better. Look at that view. The last mile of paddling was all just straight up wind with no shelter. It was really brutal, but we're here. We're so psyched because it's an awesome campsite. Not only is there a toilet, a full outhouse, but there's also a fireplace and a picnic bench. And all this is ours. Even that. She's mine. So we don't know what we're gonna do yet.
Swim.
I meant as far as sleeping. We may sleep on the beach, we may sleep in, you know, a hammock tent, we may sleep in a tent. We're gonna play by ear, but we're gonna swim now. Oh yeah. Let's go! Swimming in the water of Hole Up Pond.
Hi.
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 Hi. Whee! We're swimming in Hole Up Pond. Swimming in Hole Up Pond. Just lying on a beach. Lying on a beach. Lying on a beach. Woo! Rachel's over there getting our fire started again. I'm over here watching water boil for our mac and cheese meal. But it's still beautiful. We got some rain moving in. Some really dark clouds. Possibly thunderstorms. And we are exhausted. This is the equivalent of a long day's hike. I'm really tired. Reached red and I almost fell asleep in my hammock. But we're both going to sleep in the tent tonight out on the beach, which should be fun, as it always is. So that sound you hear is not wind, that's rain. All that grayness is rain. It's coming straight towards us. You can hear it getting closer. Everything's squared away?
Everything's squared away. Hopefully.
Well, we just had a really exciting moment. We showed you that rain coming, but with the rain came very, very high winds. So windy, in fact, that there's no longer a tent where there used to be a tent. It blew off and we scrambled to get it. Meanwhile, my tarp, which is back here, which we had set up over the picnic table. I don't know if you can see that. Right there, tarp. It actually lifted up and started to pick up the picnic table with it. It was like this big sock, like this big windsock. But we pitched it down and now all of our gear is in here and things got wet. Things got very wet. The tent's now over there, off in the distance. But I don't know, it's kind of a hiccup in our plans because all of our dry, warm clothes got wet our sleeping bags got wet, our camping pads got wet, and everything's wet. So, and this is why we do it, ladies and gentlemen, for the fun. So, I think we're going to come back down to the beach because it let up within a minute, like really, really quick. Well, I should, probably not a minute, 5 minutes. And now it's, you know, gorgeous again. But, I don't know, I thought I just had to tell you guys about that because it was hectic. We were scrambling for our lives. We thought gear was going to rip. We thought, I mean, it was the end. It was the end.
I mean,
but we're still here. Still having fun. It's 6:30 in the morning. We got up at 6 and started dealing with our crap that's everywhere and wet. We did have more rain last night. It actually came down really, really hard. I'm so glad that our rain fly didn't blow off. But we're gonna get moving onto the Moose River.
and we saw a moose.
We saw our second moose right over in the fog. It was really cool. They're so big. So it's 7:23 and we're just leaving the campsite. Let's go. So we're on the Moose River. I think that first river we were on was just a little connection from Holub Pond to the Moose River, but now we're definitely on the Moose River. We met up with another small river, and now there's, you know, a little bit of a current, and it's so gorgeous, so beautiful.
Anyone, but you gotta be
It's actually pretty big.
yeah.
So we made it to Camel Rips. This is our first adventure into a little bit of whitewater. So I think we should go just straight down the center.
Yeah.
Either that or this. No.
Right up.
Right, so we have to go around it,
Yeah.
just down in. If we're gonna go.
Yeah.
Alright. Oh my god. We're so jazzed right now. Oh my god. That was an absolute blast. We hit the gap that we wanted to hit, and it was beautiful. We felt one bump, one little bump, but oh man, let's go! Oh my gosh. I'll try and film the next one if it's doable, but probably not. And now we just have a little bit more to go. Well, not a little bit more to go. We have a lot more to go, but
Second Camel Rip is coming up.
woo! Let's do it. This is awesome. Camel River. No, Camel Rips.
Yeah.
Moose River. Here's the second bit of Camel Rips. It's not that tough. Not compared to the first one. Nothing better than canoeing in the rain. Alright, so we took a break and we just grabbed some clay from the bank. And I tried to get Rachel to teach me how to make a pinch pot. Turns out the clay is really wet. Check out, these are my hands. They're kind of dirty. Those are Rachel's hands. So now we're just playing with mud. Rachel's making a plate. I don't know what I'm working with here. It started to drizzle again, so we put pack covers on our packs and things on the seats to keep them dry. But meanwhile, this is the fun stuff over here. Look at those pinch pots. Now, Rachel says they're pinch pots. To me, they look like pancakes. So the clay was a little wet, yeah?
Just a bit. As I pat it and it gets bigger.
Turtle. I get to use we get to use our new pack covers with this rain. They're kind of fun. And they work, which is what matters. Well, Rachel and I have decided that we're insane for doing this. It's raining really hard. We're in the middle of a river, and we're having a blast. So we're at camp, and camp ended up being further than we thought. We ended up going all the way down to Addian Falls. We passed, what was it, Spencer Rips? And then there was a campsite 3 miles from that, and we must have just paddled past it. Neither of us ever saw any sign of a campsite, but we just kept going and going and going, and it wasn't there, and then we kept going and going and going. Next thing you know, we're at Addian Falls, and we're at a campsite there, which is great because now we'll get up early in the morning and just be on the lake, and we can avoid the wind really easily. There are rapids right there, so right in the morning we're going to do rapids. This is our view from the campsite. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. Rachel's going to set up the tent. Tonight I'm going to sleep in the hammock because I just love the hammock. We got a little fire going, mostly to keep away the bugs. We're trying to dry stuff out from last night. But it should be a great night. There's no one else here. We're all alone. Well, so far, there's no one else here yet. But yeah. This is my setup tonight. I got sort of the half porch mode going on. And if we duck under, this tarp's still wet from last night. I got the old, good old double layer hammock with the bug net, top quilt, and the pad slid in between. Should be nice and warm. Rachel's just putting on the rain flap. So we were talking about the day, and we knew we came a long ways, but we didn't really know how far we came. So we looked at the map. Turns out we paddled about 8.5 miles that first day to the end of Holub Pond. And then from the start, this is how our map gives us distance, from the start of the trip to where we are now was 30.25 miles, which means we did like 21, 22 miles today, which is ridiculous. So we're pretty tired, but super pumped because we did 22 miles. Just enjoying our ramen and Spam. It's a classic nowadays. Well, we just woke up. We woke up at 6. We were on the river by 7, which is pretty good. And then we just did Addian Rips and Addian Falls, which you can kind of see back there. And we did them through some dense fog, and it was really, really fun. They were longer than all the other ones. We hit some rocks, but we didn't tip, which is the key. So now we're just kind of drifting and eating Pop-Tarts for breakfast. We have about 3.5 miles to go back to the car. And we want to get it done before the wind kicks in, so we're starting early. it looks like a floating mountain over there. And over here, it looks like the world's biggest infinity pool. It's 8:45. We're all packed up. It's really, we did this quickly. More fast. And yeah, just head back. We may stop somewhere along the way, but who knows. Overall, fantastic trip. We saw a couple of moose, a couple of eagles, a lot of loons, a bunch of beavers slash muskrat
things,
animals, and saw that beautiful sunset, great campsites, fun little rips. It was great. We just saw a moose! Woo!